Hello, everyone. This is the first episode of A Teacher's Journey with yours truly, Robert Corio Jr. And this is my first time doing this, so I'm going to be working along with it and just seeing how everything goes during these times and wherever you are. So, thank you for listening. So, some topics I'm going to talk about are just introduce myself and me myself as a teacher, also what the podcast will be about, and how the coronavirus is affecting everyone as a teacher, so where I am right now, and also virtual learning as of now. So we're going to start off, and we're going to go on with our first point. So just to introduce myself quickly, my name is Robert Corio Jr. I am a teacher working in the elementary area, and I'm relatively new. I'm not the newest teacher, but I actually used to work in the business world where I transitioned into teaching about 5, 6 years ago right now. So it's something where I'm working as a teacher. It's a lot of experience. I worked as a substitute teacher, as an instructional assistant, then as a student teacher, then doing a maternity leave role. So it's something for me where I'm working and learning through the process as I am still learning. It's something I like to do. I like doing this, and this is something that I'm very proud of. And I also tutor as well. So it's something for me. I like to just keep myself busy in that area. Really enjoy the process of being a teacher. Knowing that I can help students on a day-to-day basis is something I really enjoy, and I really love the process of it. And I think if you are really good at it and something that you can do, definitely give it a try. I always say, be a good teacher is be a substitute teacher. Really be a substitute teacher. I think that's a good starting point. That's where I started at. It was back 5 years ago where I was in the business world and I transitioned out of it and I looked into teaching. Teaching for me was something I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the process of it. I really got my chance to be a substitute teacher where I lived and really just learned a lot about what it was like on a day-to-day basis as a teacher. And also seeing how it was just growing compared to when I was a student. I mean, it was about 10 years ago, 10 years uh, during that time since I graduated from high school, and it just changed so much. So it's something for me where I really was amazed by it and amazed by growing and amazed by how it changed over time and with everything, just with technology, with how teachers deliver their lessons, just everything. It just changed, and it was something I really enjoyed just looking at it and really just seeing what it was going to be all about as it's something that I really enjoy as doing as a teacher. And it's something for me, I want to make sure that when I'm as a teacher, I'm helping people out. And again, learning from what, through self-reflection, through comments made by other teachers, administrators, and really just learn about being a good teacher and something where I can help people out on a day-to-day basis. Because that for me was something that was lacking in my previous job. It was just I wasn't didn't feel like I was helping other people on a day-to-day basis. And with teaching, I know I am helping people on a day-to-day basis. It's something that I enjoy doing. It's something that I really love the process of being a teacher, being who I am as a teacher. It's something I really love doing, and just enjoying that being able to work with kids on a day-to-day basis is something that I really enjoy. And I really want to bring value uh, as well. So in anything I do, I want to make sure I'm bringing value to other people and making sure that I'm working with people just to help share my journey and share who I am as a teacher. So this podcast again is going to be about just my journey as a teacher, a journey of what it's like as a teacher, things that I've went through, things that I like, things that I can be proud of, and really just see and just talk to you about what I'm going through as a teacher and maybe some things that can help you as a teacher if it brings value, wonderful, and just maybe something you can use as well. I listen to other teaching podcasts and that they bring me a lot of value because it's something I really enjoy doing. It's something that I enjoy. I enjoy learning, enjoy getting information from other people and just seeing what their perspective is like about teaching. So I want to bring, I hope I like to be able to bring you my perspective of what teaching is like and see how you can use it on a day-to-day basis as a teacher, wherever you are in education, whether you're working as a teacher, something that I just want to make sure I'm bringing value to you. So again, this is what the podcast is going to be about, and being able to work through that time. So we're going to take a little break, and then I'm going to talk to you further about how the coronavirus is affecting us as teachers, and then virtual learning. Okay, we're back now. So just going to be talking about how the coronavirus is affecting everyone as teachers, parents, children, and just seeing how we can work through it in order to be best teachers we can possibly be for our students. So for me currently, I am working as a substitute teacher where I don't get paid. I only get paid for what I work. So the coronavirus for me is I'm not working right now as a teacher because schools in my area are closed. So it's something where I have to work through it and make sure that I'm doing the best I can to be able to help others as a teacher and be able to work with myself or work with other people as a teacher and be able to do stuff, the things that are in the teaching area that I could still work on, be able to still develop as a teacher. I also work at tutoring center, so right now I'm working there and just seeing how everything is going there. So also, the coronavirus, but again, for teachers that are in school, a lot of it has to do with virtual learning. So, virtual learning is it's something that came up all the time, and I felt that the teachers did a great job, and the administrators did a great job in being able to implement it so quickly and being able to work through it and be able to get students to instantly go on there and be able to do that is it's pretty good. It's really wonderful, and I think, and from what I've seen, it seems like the transition has been easy for everyone, and everyone is able to work through it and be able to learn and be able to still be able to learn. I think what's really effective is using the Google Classroom is really effective because you can just post assignments on there, and students that have access to the internet and a computer can go on there and be able to do it just like that, like they're in school, and being able to work in that area, being able to do that, it just makes the transition so much easier for the kids that are used to having Google Classroom, used to getting Google assignments in their Google Classroom and being able to work on it. So it's something for those kids in those areas, and depending on which school you're at, it's much easier to be able to do that and be able to communicate with the teacher via email, via chat, via phone, whichever communication is works for which person. So for me, I really enjoy that fact of seeing that in that kids are able to work and be able to still have school and be able to make a routine just like any other school day. I see teachers and other people posting morning meetings online. Like what this is our morning meeting via video teleconference or taking a picture of it and posting it on social media and really trying to make it just like a regular old school day, except it's so just trying to keep it as the routine just like it was before, because really we are all creatures of habit and we like our routine, and making sure that our routine is the same as if we were in school today. And that is something for me is making sure that I'm delivering that. I'm making sure that I'm working to make sure that as a teacher, they're looking at it, they're making sure that the routines are the same, that kids are working on whatever they're working on, and be able to be the best student they could possibly be. Then even just asking questions is helpful. It's helpful just to be able to ask teachers or other people questions about an assignment they're working on. So I think definitely the virtual aspect really helps just with life right now. Life, I mean, everyone is going to be working, might be working from home for a long period of time. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I feel that the virtual aspect is going to be very helpful in that area where it's things are going to be continuing. It's not going to just come to a halt and stop. The transition, the routines are going to be different, but it's not going to be something where it's we're just going to not be able to function. And I feel that making sure that we're working towards making sure students are getting the best education that they can get and being able to work through it. There are, but however, I know there are some, depending on the grade you are and depending on everything, you're going to be printing stuff and sending it to students. So not everything's, some students don't use Google Classroom, and making sure that you're keeping in touch with those students is very important. Making sure seeing how they're doing, if they have questions, especially with paper material, printing it out and having them work on it is very important just to see how they're doing. Also, I feel that assigning tasks such as online, such as RAS Kids for reading, there's also book flicks that students can look at just for reading purposes, and there's various other sites that you can use for reading to keep up with your reading if you don't have if you like to read on RAS Kids. I know very a lot of classrooms use those. Definitely RAS kids that have already have an account. So I think for that transition will be very easy to do. Just keeping up your reading stamina and being able to read for a certain amount of time each day, so that way your reading stamina again builds up over time, and being able to work in that area. Definitely for math, I there are plenty of math websites that kids can go on to do that, and I think that's wonderful. And they do it during schools. Freckle is one big one I like. I also kids use IXL, and being able to work in that field is also really important. And being able to do that is really is important. IXL, I know there's Go Math. There's also Go Math. There's free math websites that you can use. ABC is also good, like that, but it has education, but also some games just to like for a brain break. And then I know brain breaks are important, so I use a lot of times. You can do movement breaks. You can take a break there. You can take a walk. And then you can move around. I know Go Noodle is good. You can if you want to create a free Go Noodle account, you can do that as well during it. So that way for kids that use Go Noodle, the teachers use Go Noodle at school. It's something that they like a lot, and being able to do that is something that is very important there. So I think definitely it's really just a time of transition. Really, I think it's just transitioning from one place to another. Really, just working through it, and right now just learning through it, learning how it's going to work. I mean, it's really learning how everything's going, how it's affecting us, but and how what can we do to be able to be still be productive and still give students the best education possible. And I know with universities closing, when I was a college student, I had a lot of assignments that were online. The teachers would just post them online. You work on them, and then you can submit them online. So for college students, it was very easy to do. You can close campus, and you can have online classes if you needed to. I mean, it's much easier for them because it's they're so used to it. They definitely think for the younger kids it will be a bit more of a transition, but again, you really have to make sure that you're keeping up with routines. I think the routines are very important there, and making sure that yeah that teachers like us are available to help when needed. If they're stuck on something, just to work with them one on one is so effective. I think that one on one learning is so important there, and making sure that students are really getting their needs met, and making sure that they understand the content wherever the content that they're working on, and being the best student that they can possibly be for themselves. And I think virtual learning is going to be a big thing going forward. I think it's just something for me is it's gonna be a big thing, because I just think students just you have access, you have online access, you have the internet. The internet is so important nowadays. I mean, really, I mean, you can stream stuff online. You can stream Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, YouTube TV. There's TV you can stream online. You can watch live sports online. You can watch on-demand shows, live television online. I mean, it's just a lot of things are online now, and I think, and like I said earlier, I think it's just something where you're going to something where you're going to be on an online program where you're going to be learning online. You're going to have virtual learning. There's again, I think there's one website that's really helpful. I know I signed it with Khan Academy. It's helpful because you like it teaches you as well. Like it teaches you new skills. You can learn new things. It helps with academics, and this is going to be a time where you're not going to be in a classroom on a day-to-day basis, and using those virtual resources are going to be so important now because you're going to be able to learn instantly. Like I'm actually learning Italian. I'm learning Italian online. It's a website I learned online, and I learn from my home. I have an app on my phone, and I can learn at any time I want to, and I get points. I get this. I work towards goals, and I work towards being able to get multiple things I want. I can buy things and buy things in the store and get points, and I'm learning on my own time. I'm not. I can learn it when I want to, wherever I want to, and it's something I think now. I think with education, we're going to have to be able to do that, and I think it's something where making sure that we are working towards that as a school community, and I think it's something that is important there. So um, I mean that's really all I have right now. It's a short podcast. It's going to be a short podcast. I'm not looking to. I mean, I like to do it once a week. I think that's something for me that's reasonable right now for everyone, and just to get some information. I think it's something where I hope I'm providing value. That's really my goal is to provide value. If you feel that is providing value to you, you can make a donation, and it will be on in the description of the podcast. If you want to make a donation, you can. I believe it's a donation on a per month basis, so it's however wherever you want to donate, you can. If you find that you like it, you find that it brings value to you, please do that. Also, you can rate, you can subscribe, however you want to do that. If you want to do, if you feel that it provides value, comments are always wonderful because I like to be able to see what people are thinking and what I can do to be better at it. And I think that's something. Again, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go forward with this. I'm gonna see how it goes and really just keep moving forward with this. I mean, I know this is something that's going on right now in our world, and wherever you are, I hope it's bringing you some information, some valuable information, and I hope that I'm doing something just to help people throughout the day, and I really want to be there as a teacher to just help people. And again, you can, if you have any questions, just again, you can let me know. I'd be more than happy. Even if you want me, I can. Yeah, I'm thinking out loud. And if you have questions for me, please send them my way. I'd be more than happy to read it on the show or reply to you privately, however you want to do it. So again, just want to thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the show. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.